It's hard to tell a person's age just by looking at them, especially an animated person. With all the magic and such taking place in these films, you'd still be surprised what some of the actual ages of some of Disney and Pixar's characters are. We did the research and we present to you the most surprising ones we could find.
Beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too.
Number 1. Okay, you know why no one wants to talk about Bruno? Because it'll reveal how old these siblings actually are. Bruno is 50 years old. Seems wrong, right? That man is so stressed out and still he looks no older than 35.
How long have you been back here?
Cover him in dirt and grime and still he looks late 30s, max. His voice actor is John Leguizamo, who is 61. But still, look at the character. Also, Pepa and Julieta look great for 50. Maybe some of the magical magic keeps everyone looking young?
The magic is strong!
By the way, Alma is 75 or 76 during the film. Her voice actor is Maria Cecilia Botero, who is 67. Number 2. There's no official source yet for Buzz Lightyear's age in his new film. But I think with confidence we can put him at anywhere between 24 to 40 years old. I think he's got a pretty youthful face though, so late 20s is most likely. He's voiced by Chris Evans, who is known as the Ageless Man, even though he's actually 40. Number 3. It's not super surprising that Ercole lied about being 16.
Senora, I'm 16.
You said that last year.
But this year is true.
What's surprising is that the whole town lets this punk walk around like he does even though he's 18. He's a legal adult. And he competes in physical competition with 13-year-olds. His voice actor is Severio Raimondo, who is 34 at the time. Number 4. Mei-Lin Mei Lee is 13 years old, played by Rosalie Chang, who was 15 at the time. Her monotone friend Priya, played by Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, was 19 at the time. Miriam is played by Ava Morse, who was 23 at the time, and Abby was played by Hein Park, who we can't find the age of. Any of you folks know? Let us know in the comments below. Number 5. This cute little robot is actually Pixar's oldest protagonist. At more than 700 years old, he's the most senior of Pixar's heroes. But doesn't he seem so childlike? It's almost more endearing that even after 700 years, he still has his childlike sense of wonder. His voice actor was Ben Burt, who was 62 at the time. Number 6. Bulda from Frozen might be over 700 years old, but she's still rockin' and rollin', talkin' and trollin'.
I've learned to just roll with it.
I don't know what the life expectancy of rock trolls is meant to be, but 700 years sounds impressive for any creature. Her voice actor was Maya Wilson, who was 38 at the time. A little younger than Bulda, for sure.
What's the issue, dear?
Number 7. Okay, so it's not technically that surprising that Flynn is between 22 or 26. I say between because the animators say he's 26, yet the film's director, Nathan Greno, says he's 22. Don't they have meetings about this kind of thing? His voice actor, Zachary Levi, was 30.
Oh no. No. This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Rapunzel's voice, Mandy Moore, was 26 at the time.
I know what I want for my birthday now.
Whereas the character was almost 18.
Mother, I'm turning 18.
Number 8.
A con, baby?
Okay, when she's standing still, it's not surprising that the baby from Raya and the Last Dragon is 2 years old. It's the acrobatics that are so confusing.
Does that include babies?
Children can maybe run at 2 years old, but not well. This kid is flipping around, running at high speed, and she has an understanding of complex sarcasm. I know this is a world with dragons and magic, but honestly, this is the most unbelievable thing in the movie for me. She was voiced by Talia Tran, who was 12 at the time. Number 9. So we know Carl is an older gentleman, not that crazy that he's 78. But how about Charles F. Muntz, the villain of Up? Carl was 9 when he went to the movies as a kid. The director, Brad Bird, confirmed Muntz is 92 by the end of the film. But they have a physical fight. How does Carl not just push this guy over and win? The voice actors for the two were Ed Asner, who was 78, and Christopher Plummer, who was also 78. Number 10. Gramma Tala is not at all your typical late 49-year-old grandma. Think about it. This woman is meant to be younger than Bruno. Do you believe that? She looks like she's at least in her 60s. 49 years is only a semi-canonical confirmation, but maybe the Heart of the Sea prematurely ages people? Her voice actor, Rachel House, is 50, but Rachel House actually looks 50. Grandma does not, in my opinion.
It's her! I found her! I found her! She's back!
Number 11. I know every Disney or Pixar protagonist likes to hit that 16-year-old mark. But Mirabel just seems older, no? She's so responsible and mature. Like at least 18 years old responsible. She's voiced by Stephanie Beatriz, who was 39 when the film was made. But Mirabel also has a sibling rivalry with her older sister Isabella, but she's 21.
That your life is so great.
Just seems like a pretty big age gap for this kind of a rivalry. Her voice actor, Diane Guerrero, was 33 at the time. Louisa is 19 years old, and her voice actor, Jessica Darrow, was 25. Dolores is 21 years old, and her voice actor is Adassa, who is 33. Camillo is 15 years old. His voice actor is Renzi Feliz, who is 22. And Antonio is 5 years old, whose voice actor, Ravi Kabu-Conyers, was 9 years old at the time of filming. Number 13. I just think this one is very impressive. Look at everything Mulan did. And she's only 16. She saved China, she locked down a prince hunk, she beat up a scary big man, and she climbed that pole during one of the best songs in Disney history. She was voiced by Ming-Na Wen, who was 34 at the time Mulan was made. Number 14. Joe Gardner is a middle-aged man. I think we all knew as much. We just didn't know he was 46 years old middle-aged, you know? It was just how far into his middle age he was that was surprising, for me at least. I'm giving Pixar even more credit for taking a chance on following an older protagonist for once. Well, twice if you include Up. Okay, and WALL-E too. Jamie Foxx voiced Joe, who was 51 at the time. They should have just made Joe 50. That's a nice round number. Number 15. Of course, Hector's death was premature because he was poisoned by his so-called best friend, Ernesto. But doesn't he seem much older than 21 years old?
Muy guapo, eh?
He's a bit of a rascal, sure, but even his voice actor was 38 when he voiced the character. The actor's name is Gael Garcia Bernal, in case you want to fact check me. And you can totally fact check me on the pronunciation of that name. Number 16. We knew Cruella De Vil was older, but she's 65? She's moving around pretty fast for someone that age. I hate to say this about such a dreadful person, but she's in pretty great shape for 65. Her voice actor at the time was Betty Lou Gerson, who was 47, so again, probably sounded more youthful too. Number 17. Odie straight up says she's 197 years old.
Not bad for a 197-year-old blind lady.
And she may be making a joke, but I like to think it's true. Way past a normal life expectancy, and you can still dance like that. Good on you, Mama Odie. I hope I age as well as she has. She was voiced by Jennifer Lewis, who is 60 at the time. Number 18. Monsters, Inc. confirms Henry was at least 142 years old when the film takes place, as he inherited the company when he was 142. He was one of Pixar's early and great twist villains, back when twist villains were actually a twist, and surprising. All those years and still not the wisdom to leave kids alone.
I have no choice. Times have changed.
His voice actor was James Coburn, who was 71 at the time. Number 19. Now, it's not super surprising that Meg is meant to be 28 years old, as she seems like a person who has seen a lot of things and lived through some hard stuff. It is a little surprising when you learn that Hercules is meant to be 18, and then you start doing that Tangled, Flynn, and Rapunzel math, and then, yeah. Her voice actor was Susan Egan, who was 27 at the time. More evidence that Meg was no young Disney princess. I know the age gap is weird, but I still love Meg dearly.
All I know is you're the most amazing person I've ever met.
I've been looking all over for you.
Number 20. Jasmine from Aladdin is canonically 16 in the film. Consider that Jafar scene. You know the one.
I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
Jafar is a middle-aged man, and she's 16, my guy. Please stop. Her voice actor, Linda Larkin, was 22 when the movie came out. In my opinion, those were the most surprising character ages in Pixar and Disney. Was there any we missed? Let us know below. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. And thanks for stopping by The Things Animated.